I'm so happy that Blueface got arrested that I have to do this. Yes, I did not forget about Blueface. I want to make that clear. But I felt that Shanquilla Robinson's story was more important for all of us to discuss as opposed to Blueface. But still, I'm happy that Blueface got arrested on attempted unaliving charges related to a shooting last month, Las Vegas police say. Rapper Blueface was arrested Tuesday on attempted murder charges stemming from a shooting last month, Las Vegas police says. And this is coming straight from CNN. The artist, whose real name is Jonathan Porter, was booked into the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas, according to a statement from the Las Vegas Police Department. The 25-year-old was arrested on warrants for attempted murder with an unaliving weapon and discharging a firearm at into an occupied structure related to a shooting on October the 8th, police said in a statement. A $50,000 bond was set Wednesday during Blueface's initial court appearance on the charges, according to court documents, and a preliminary hearing is scheduled for January. CNN has reached out to Blueface's attorney for comment. In other words, Blueface can face anywhere from 2 to 20 years behind bars because it's attempted unaliving. So the man didn't get unalived. It was just attempted unaliving. And I have to say that for monetization purposes, in case you want to know. But more importantly, we have to talk about something, which is how the whole arrest went down. He was sitting on a bench in front of Lily's Chicken and Waffles or Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. It's either Lily or Lolo's Chicken and Waffles in Las Vegas. And for the record, it seems like things go down at the Chicken and Waffle spots. And I like chicken and waffles. Not so much the syrup on my chicken, but I like chicken and waffles. But Chrisean was sitting there, and usually Chrisean and him are booed up. But Chrisean was just sitting there, just sitting there with her hands, in her pocket. And they grabbed Blueface, the cops. Now, the way they did it, to me, I didn't agree with that. But they could have just said, Jonathan Porter, we have a warrant for your arrest. They if you do it like that, then it shows you're carrying out justice. But the way they did it, it was like they was catching, like they were slave catchers. And it's like at the end of the day, Jonathan Porter, he has rights as well. Okay? You treated him as if this man slaughtered 18 people. Okay? And I'm not excusing him for what he did. But I don't agree with how they handled Mr. Porter in that video. However, that is karmatic to him because of how you handle not just Chrisean, but also your baby mother, Jalen. Okay? Chrisean, the streets are saying that Chrisean actually did that to him. That she actually turned him in to get back at him for how he treated her 2 weeks prior in that video when he beat her up and took her money and refused to give it back to her. So they said that's what the streets are saying, that Chrisean actually set him up. Then there's some people that saying that the man who basically got, shot by him, he went online and said, yo, Blueface just shot me. This was back in October when it happened. And you could look up that tweet, and I saw it for myself. Then there are people saying that the cockiness of Blueface talking about it basically is what landed him being arrested. Now, the mugshot is epic. You can see him in court. Chrisean is like, oh, they took him from me. They took my baby. And my thing is, Chrisean, this is a blessing in disguise. You have been freed from Blueface. Give yourself a round of applause. No, you will never get one of your front teeth back. That is gone. But you can get something back, which is your life and your dignity and your freedom. And you'll be able to start new and fresh. And more importantly, you don't have to walk around like you're under the influence of Because the streets have been talking about that too. And the looks of it, it kind of seems like the streets are more accurate about that. Because you came into that man's life beautiful. You were gorgeous. Okay? And not only did he drag you down, but even the color of her skin. If you notice, before Blueface like into her life, she had a brightness to her. Now her skin is dull. It's like reddish and brown. And I'm not saying that it's because of the California sun, because homegirl was living out in California for like 2 years before she met Blueface. So stress, alcohol, and can change you. It can change you. And when I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to blame all of it on Blueface, because it's Chrisean's too, but they have to be apart, because somebody's going to get hurt. Now this man, is arrested for attempted unaliving. That's a sound right there, Chrisean, to get away from him. Get away, because the next step can be an unaliving. But I'm going to say something, because I want to talk about this tomorrow. Is Blueface, or are Blueface and Chrisean the modern day Nancy Spungen and Sid Vicious in terms of black love? Many people say Ike and Tina Turner, but remember, Ike never attempted to unalive anyone. But with Nancy Spungen and Sid Vicious, Nancy Spungen ended up being unalive. And for those of you who don't know, Sid Vicious was part of a group called the Sex Pistols. And Nancy Spungen was the girlfriend to Sid Vicious. I'm not going to get into the whole backstory, except for in 1978, Nancy Spungen was found unalive and Sid Vicious was arrested. And he was charged for the unaliving. However, a couple of months later, he too wound up being unalive from an overdose. This is why I'm asking a question. Are Chrisean and Blueface the black version of Nancy Spungen and Sid Vicious? And, that's a question I'll ask tomorrow. And with that being said, if Blueface really did it, you got to go to jail. And I'm signing off. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night and have a wonderful weekend. Later. Oh, by the way, Blueface is a horrible individual. And I do believe he's a PIMP when it comes to Chrisean.